Hi there, it's Nichol Spohr and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing a couple of gift card holder cards featuring the Simon Says stamp limited edition cozy Christmas gift card kit. You get so many good products in this kit to make all kinds of amazing gift cards, and I can't wait to show you how I use the products from the kit for these gift cards today. So here is the kit. I have a little unboxing first. You're getting some awesome dimensional embellishments here. I actually didn't use those for my gift cards, but I'm going to use them for some other things. And then there is a set of 4 mini distress inks. You're getting some SIDEWALKS crate paper, pattern paper. I'm going to use several of these for my cards. You're also getting the brand new die that creates the perfect little gift card holders. It is the pop-up gift card holder. You're getting lots of little mini envelopes. We're going to use a couple of those. Some corrugated cardstock, a new stencil from Simon Says Stamp, the Cozy Christmas 6x8 stamp set, several sheets of cardstock, and these awesome stickers here that I'm going to use for the insert inside of my little gift card, sorry. So now I did die cut a lot of the products off camera, and I'm showing you that I have these 4-bar cards from Simon Says Stamp. I've talked a lot about Simon Says Stamp has die cut or pre-cut and scored card bases, including these 4-bar cards, which are perfect for gift card holders. And then I also am taking the Lawn Fawn stitched 4-bar rectangles in both the small and large sizes. I used one set for the card base itself. I used the large stitched 4-bar rectangle and die cut the pattern paper from the kit. And then I took the small stitched 4-bar rectangle, the largest die from that, and die cut the white cardstock from the kit as the base for building my little scene. Then I took the pop-up gift card holder die and I die cut additional pattern paper from the kit for the inside of each of my cards. So these are the 2 patterns I chose for the insides. I'm going to set that aside for just a second, and we're going to work on stamping our scene. Now I chose to do a little easy masking with this. It's not super elaborate masking, but there is a little bit of work to it just to get everything to fit. I am going to lay out my sentiments here as a guide for just a minute so that I can kind of gauge where everything is going to go, but I'm going to save the sentiments for the last part. Anything in the foreground of my scene needs to be stamped first. So right now I am going to stamp a tree, and we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I have a little masking paper here so that I can quickly mask things. So I've got a tree and my car, and Odin is having a little sneezing fit. Once we have that, we're going to create some little masks for this and just mask off part of these images. And I'm going to quickly fussy cut just a little bit of these. So this is what I'm talking about. I don't have to create super elaborate masks, but just enough so I can build these sweet little scenes here. I am a sucker for anything with houses. I love houses, stamps, dies, quilt blocks. I'm a quilter, if any of you guys didn't know, and I love sewing house blocks. I don't know what it is. I just love them. So I love this Cozy Christmas stamp set because you can build some really cute little neighborhoods. I even think this would be really cute to take the different houses and cars and trees and things from the stamp set and build like a slimline style scene. I think that would be really, really cute. Next up, I have some trees here. I'm going to go ahead and build these into my scene. Let's make sure and get a little tree mask here. Now I am going to reuse this tree mask on my second card. I only cut half of it because that's all I needed for this card. But when I peel it off, I'm going to be really careful because I can reuse it for the second card, but I actually ended up needing the other half of the tree. So I will have to trim that out, but no worries. We can do that when we get to it. Oh, isn't this house so cute? I can't wait to peel off the masks and show you the little scene we have built here. I am going to mask off this side from the stitching line out. I'm going to keep that line of my scenes kind of quote unquote clean, clean and white. It's going to give the illusion of an extra layer. I love peeling off the masks. Look how cute that scene is. Oh my goodness, so much fun. Let's go ahead and stamp our second scene. I tried to do this kind of assembly line style. These are not super fast because there's quite a bit of coloring. If you didn't do some coloring, you could definitely make these quite a bit quicker, especially if you need to mass produce several of these. So kind of keep that in mind, but these can be used for someone special for sure. And I think they just make a really lovely Christmas card. And if you start them early enough, you definitely could make more. I just am not the speediest with coloring like this, but I do think you could even maybe stamp outlines and do some embossed resist and come up with some even quicker little scenes that maybe don't have quite as much coloring detail to them. So I've built my second scene. You can see I'm kind of piecing together all of the little tree masks and things, and I'm going to go ahead and clean those stamps up. Now, while I have my Misty out and my cardstock, this is cardstock from the kit, I am going to stamp a couple of sentiments. I want to use the A Gift for You and Joy Enclosed greetings from the stamp set as sentiment strips. I use some VersaFine ONYX black ink to stamp these into sentiment strips. I'm going to take some sentiment labels dies and die cut them so that they're really clean and finished nicely. And then I'm going to set those aside for when we finish the gift card holders, because we do have a little bit of coloring to do now in order to get our gift card ready to finish the card. I love these sentiment labels dies. You guys know I love the sentiment labels dies. The second from largest fits these greetings perfectly and just cuts them so cleanly. If you don't have a sentiment label die, you definitely can use your paper trimmer and trim these out, or even use your scissors. Love that little finished sentiment strip. So we'll go ahead and die cut the second one. I line it up with one side of the greeting. I run it through the die cutting machine. Then I line it up with the other side up with the die and just kind of barely run it through the machine until I hear the click of it cutting, and then I roll it back out, and that will die cut the other end nicely. If you want to save time, you could for sure use your scissors. I just really, you know how the die just leaves that very clean finished edge, so I tend to use the dies whenever possible. And there is my second sentiment strip. Now we're going to start coloring in the images on our first scene card, and I have a really fun idea for adding some texture to the house to make it look like a brick house. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with the greenery. I have sped up the coloring quite a bit today to save some time. I've listed the marker colors across the top of the screen, as well as in the description in the video here on YouTube and on my blog. So definitely check that out if you're curious at any time what colors of Copic markers I'm using. I colored in the trees and the greenery on the house starting with YG93. I'm going to go in with YG97 now and YG95. I'm not super blending any of these out. So I laid down the light base color, I added my darkest color, and then I'm blending with my mid-tone color. For the greenery, for the garland here, I've actually did a nice light base color, and then I just added some dot detail to give it some texture. Both of these, the trees and that greenery, I want to have lots of texture. For the bow on the house and the car, we're going to use some red markers with our 27, 46, and 39. Just add all that great color here. There will be some other things on the card that are red, but for sure I knew when I started that I wanted these images to be red, and then we'll kind of build from there. Also, the little ball ornaments on the house, I decided to do pink and red, so I'm going to pull in some RV 21 and 23 for the alternating ornaments there hanging on the garland. We're going to add a nice base for the house with C3, so just kind of going in. This is definitely kind of a cool gray, and you can tell that it's cool gray, and then I'm going to blend out with C1 and C00. So giving the house a kind of base wash of a nice light cool gray. Then we're going to go back with our darker marker, and using the tip of the marker, we're just going to kind of gently press that against the house all over. I want it to give it the look of being a brick house. This is the same technique I'm going to do for both cards. It's super quick and easy. You do not have to be super precise or anything like that. You can see I'm just simply going over the house now with my cool gray 3 and giving it a bricked look. I love it. I love that easy texture that this adds to the design. The door is going to be E47, 44, and 43. Nice contrast. These will be the same colors I use for the roof on the house. And then the curtains in the windows, of course, we're going to go back with red, so we have that nice high contrast. And then I thought it would be fun for it to look like there were lights on in all of the windows, and we're going to use Y11 and Y17 for that. Love those red curtains. Little Y11 first, and then a little Y17 right in the center. Almost kind of gives it the look of a candle, but I did blend it out more with Y11 again. Then we're going to do some rainbow lights hanging on the house and a red chimney. So the lights on the house are just going to be lots of rainbow of color. I started there with pink and red, and then I decided to go ahead and finish the roof with E47 and 44. We're going to make the snow on that's sitting there on the roof with B000 and B00, just kind of gives it a cool blue look. This will look a lot better once we add some of our ink blending to this panel here in a minute. It'll show it off a little bit better. I guess that's what I should say. But then here's the little rainbow lights, and then we'll use these same rainbow colors to decorate the lights on the tree over there just to the right of the house. Such fun images, you guys. I absolutely love these. The doormat, we are going to add some red marker to that. We're going to add some snow right there along the front of the house with B000 and B00. Gonna fix a couple things with my colorless blender and finish off decorations. The present on the car, I decided to give it a red bow while I had my red marker out. Got some greens here for the gift itself. We're going to add some B000 and B00 to the windows of the car. And then we've got just a little bit left on the car with some darker cool grays, cool gray 8 and 3. And that is going to finish off our panel. Now I'm going to take some masking tape and mask off the top and the sides. I don't really need to do the bottom because I'm not going to be pulling the ink all the way down to the bottom. And using the Speckled Egg Distress ink that you get in the kit, I am going to apply this to the sky. I started with my small blender, but I didn't feel like it was doing the job, so I went ahead and grabbed my larger Simon Says Stamp blending brush, and we're just going to blend that color into the sky, and look at that. We have a winter scene. So quick and easy, no masking required for this step. Now I do need to add my sentiments. We're going to stamp Merry Christmas directly on the background and pop up Joy Enclosed with some foam adhesive. Using the same VersaFine ONYX black ink, I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas. We're going to pop up our additional sentiment. Gives a little depth and dimension to our scene. And then we're going to mat this on the pattern paper. And we're also going to add some embellishments. So I thought it'd be fun to have some little hearts coming up from the chimney. I'm going to use my favorite little red heart accents. And we're also going to add detail to a lot of the elements on the card with glossy accents. So things like windows, lights on the trees, ornaments, the windows on the car, anything like that, I like to add glossy accents to. And the poinsettia paper behind really sets off the little panel we just stamped and colored. For the inside of the card, so this is the 4-bar card base. We haven't attached the front of the card to this yet. It's got glossy accents on it. We're going to take the 4-bar card base. We are going to use a bone folder to score our pop-up gift card holder. And then using a nice strong adhesive, we're going to lay one side of that adhesive right next to the crease in the card. We're going to fold up the gift card holder, remove the other side of the adhesive and fold it over, and just like that we have a pop-up gift card holder. Now you can put your gift card directly in that little gift card holder, but I really like the look of a little mini envelope that you get in the kit in that gift card holder. So we are going to actually be embellishing that little envelope very simply and adding a little detail to it for the gift card holder. So I really liked the vellum little mini envelopes. You also get some white ones, so you definitely can do whatever you want here. When you have a gift card in the vellum envelope, it's going to show up quite a bit better, but I am going to add some stamping to this with white Stazon ink since we're using a vellum envelope. And I'm going to use some of the stickers included in the kit to embellish that envelope. So very simple, very, very quick and easy. So I lay down the sticker, and now I'm going to take a sentiment from the Joy for You stamp set. This is a stamp set I've had in my stash for a couple years now, I believe, and I'm going to stamp Don't Open Until December 25th right on that envelope with white Stazon ink. I think it's going to add just a fun little decorative touch, and when you have that contrasting color of gift card in the envelope, it will show up more than what it shows up here, but it's just a cute little look. And I'm going to do this for both vellum envelopes that I'm including in my cards. I love the large size of these ornament stickers. I think they are really cute and add a quick and easy interest to these little mini envelopes. There's that white Stazon. I'm going to stamp that there, and looks good. I guess it says Don't Open Until Christmas, not December 25th. I did draw a little line on my tag so it looks like the ornament is hanging. I used a Sharpie since I am drawing this on vellum. If you're using one of the white cardstock ones, you can use a regular pen. I'm also going to finish the back of the envelope with one of the little circle stickers that keep it closed. And that's easy enough to pop open right now. Normally, I probably wouldn't have done that until adding the gift card inside for the recipient. Look how cute! Isn't that fun? And then you, of course, can handwrite your message down below. Let's go ahead and stamp our second envelope, and then we'll color our second scene. I would love if you would drop me a comment in the comments down below and let me know if you make gift card holders at Christmas time to give gift cards. Gift cards tend to be kind of a popular gift for maybe older kids or people who live far away. They're very easy to give. That way the recipient can, you know, buy whatever they want. I love to do that for like some small things or whatever, and I'm always on the hunt for fun ways to kind of present a gift card, and these are really clever, and I love that Simon Says Stamp has this gift card holder kit this year. I think it is really useful and fun. Again, I'm going to start with the trees. I'm speeding through pretty quickly just to save a little bit of time, but I did want to leave the coloring in because I know a lot of you love to kind of see the coloring and watch that take shape. It is my favorite part as well. I love watching a scene come to life with the coloring. Same colors as before. I really kind of kept it the same. I just used different images. I used a different car. I used a different house. I used, for the most part, the same taller trees, the pine trees there, but then I had the addition of an extra tree on this one. So just kind of fun ways to mix it up, but yet they still are very similar. A lot more of the roof shows on this image, so a lot more surface area to color in with our browns, but I am going to do the same technique as before to give the house the look of brick. And you could do this with any color. Maybe you want to do a red brick house. There's just so much red on my card, so I was looking for something that would contrast a little bit, something kind of neutral so that the red would really pop. Although I do think I definitely could have done red here. I think it would be cute. This one has a little wreath on the door as well. I love that little touch. Again, I went with a red car. I felt like that just worked well here, and it definitely gives the red vibe. Maybe if I had chosen a different color for the red, or for the car, pardon me, I could have done the house in a red brick. This one, I love the tree strapped to the roof. Kind of gives you a Christmas Vacation movie vibes. And then just going to color in some gray areas here, like the wheels, the bumpers, a little blue for the windows. And then we're going to do the house with C3. 1 and 0, 0. Giving it a nice base first. We want to do all of our shading first, and then we'll go back over with the C3 marker for that really pretty brick to look. So just kind of quickly, and I find if you kind of lay the marker at an angle, you get a little bit more of a brick, a little bit longer kind of rounded rectangle look rather than just the tip of your marker with a dot. I noticed a couple of them were starting to look kind of dotty, so I just need to remember to lay the marker down at an angle a bit. Little light blue up on the roof for the snow. Again, we got our little lights on in all of the windows. I didn't mix up the ornaments on this one. I didn't do rainbow. I kept everything red. for just a little bit different look. And then I felt like the last tree needed to be a different green, so I pulled in G21 and G29 for this tree. We will again mask off the edges of the panel and use the Speckled Egg Distress ink to add color to this sky, which I think this little step here really sets the scene and makes it pop on the panel. We're going to stamp Season's Greetings on this one. I did mix up my greetings a little bit and use some different greetings for each. And then we will pop up a gift for you using some foam adhesive. We'll add a little heart coming out of the chimney. And we will also add some glossy accents to the windows and ornaments. This panel is going to go on the green snowflake pattern paper I've already die cut. Just going to center it there. Let's go ahead and fold our gift card holder pop-up. We're scoring that pattern paper with our bone folder. Now this one is really fun. I purposely picked this pattern paper and I was really careful with how I die cut it so that the car is the same car that's in the scene. I'll show you here as I get it put in the card. Look at that, isn't that cute? I love that it creates a little scene with trees and that little car driving. And it matches this card perfectly. We'll place our panel on our 4-bar card base. All those little finishing details, and our second gift card holder is all done. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this video featuring the Simon Says Stamp 2021 limited edition gift card holder kit. The supplies I used to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another video featuring Simon Says Stamp limited edition Christmas kits that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to never miss a new card making video. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members. If you would like to join my Patreon, please click the link below in the description. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we will see you next time.